Emma, an ordinary girl from a small town who's about to discover a hidden world full of enchanted creatures and dark forces. She'll face incredible challenges, uncover ancient secrets, and learn what it really takes to be the protector of an enchanted realm. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into this magical tale together. Don't forget to hit the like button if you love stories of adventure and mystery.
Late one evening, the sky was perfectly clear, and millions of stars glittered like diamonds. The small town of Willow Creek lay nestled in a valley, surrounded by towering trees and rolling hills. The cool breeze whispered secrets through the leaves, and most of the town's inhabitants were fast asleep in their cozy homes. But Emma wasn't one of them. She was a 13-year-old girl who had always felt a little out of place. That night, sleep eluded her. Every time she closed her eyes, it felt like someone was calling her name. Quietly, she slipped out of bed and climbed onto the roof of her house, her favorite spot to think. The air felt different that night, mysterious and full of something she couldn't quite place. As she gazed out over the darkened landscape, something strange caught her eye. By the big oak tree in her backyard, a faint glowing light flickered. Her heart raced, but curiosity overpowered the fear. Emma climbed down and cautiously made her way to the tree. There, lying partially buried under the roots, was an old rusty key. She hesitated but picked it up. As soon as her fingers wrapped around the cold metal, everything around her started to shift. The ground trembled lightly, and the tree before her seemed to grow taller and more ominous. Before she knew it, a massive iron door appeared in front of her, inscribed with strange symbols and the words, "Welcome to the Enchanted Realm." Emma stood frozen, wondering what she had gotten herself into. She took a deep breath, inserted the key into the lock, and turned it. The door creaked open, revealing a world beyond anything she could have imagined. She stepped into the Enchanted Realm, a place where trees whispered ancient wisdom, rivers sang lullabies, and the sky shimmered with colors she had never seen before. The grass beneath her feet sparkled with a golden glow, and fantastical creatures roamed the land, winged horses, talking foxes, and glowing butterflies. It was like stepping into a storybook, except this was real. As Emma wandered deeper into this magical world, an elderly woman appeared, seemingly out of nowhere. She wore a flowing gown of silver and gold, her eyes twinkling with knowledge beyond measure. "You're the one we've been waiting for," the woman said softly, a smile spreading across her face. Emma blinked in surprise. "Me? But why?" "You hold the key," the woman replied. "The key to this realm's future. You are the guardian we've been waiting for, the protector of the Enchanted Realm." Emma felt a surge of responsibility wash over her. How could she, a normal girl from a small town, be trusted with something so important? But something in the woman's gaze filled her with confidence. "I'll try my best," Emma replied, her voice steady despite the fear flickering in her chest. From that night on, Emma's life changed in ways she could have never predicted. By day, she was just a regular girl in Willow Creek, but by night she was the guardian of the Enchanted Realm, the protector of an extraordinary world hidden just beyond the veil of reality. Balancing both worlds wasn't easy, but Emma knew she had a purpose now, something bigger than herself. Chapter 2. The Shadows Awaken. For months, the Enchanted Realm remained peaceful, and Emma grew more confident in her role as its protector. She had made friends with many of the creatures who lived there and learned the secrets of its magic. But one evening, the peace was shattered. Emma was visiting a small village within the realm when the townsfolk ran up to her, panic written across their faces. They spoke of strange noises coming from the northern forest, an area no one dared to enter. The villagers were too afraid to investigate during the day, and at night the sounds grew more terrifying. Emma knew it was her duty to find out what was happening. With a heavy heart and the rusty key still clutched in her pocket, she ventured into the dark forest. The deeper she went, the more the trees seemed to close in around her, blocking out the light. Finally, she came across an enormous stone statue in the heart of the forest. Its hands were raised to the sky, and at its feet lay an ancient book covered in dust. Emma bent down and picked up the book. As soon as she opened it, a swirling black mist erupted from the pages, forming into a shadowy figure before her. She quickly tried to summon the light from her enchanted mirror, the one the old woman had given her, but the shadow was too fast. "I am the Shadow King, ruler of the darkness in this realm," the figure hissed, its voice dripping with malice. "You may hold the key, but you cannot stop me." Emma stood her ground, her hands shaking slightly. She knew this was the ancient enemy the elder had warned her about, but she had no idea how to defeat it. She closed her eyes and took a deep breath. Fear wouldn't help her now. When she opened her eyes again, her expression was calm, determined. "You're wrong," she said firmly. "I'm not alone. The entire realm stands with me." Emma reached deep within herself, not for the power of the enchanted mirror, but for the courage and light she knew had always been there. Her heart swelled with hope and love for the realm, and in that moment she felt a warmth spread through her body. From her hands, a brilliant light burst forth, so bright and pure that the Shadow King shrieked in agony. The darkness around him began to dissolve, and soon he was nothing more than a wisp of smoke scattered by the wind. The forest was still again, but the air felt lighter, freer. Chapter 3: A New Beginning. With the Shadow King defeated, peace returned to the Enchanted Realm, but Emma knew her journey was far from over. She had learned that power was not something to be taken lightly. It wasn't about magic or strength, but about the courage to stand up for what was right. Word spread across the realm of her victory, and the creatures began to call her the Lightbearer. Yet Emma remained humble. She spent her days learning, growing, and guiding the people of the realm, always with the reminder that true power came from within. Back in Willow Creek, Emma's life continued as normal. She still went to school, helped her mom around the house, and hung out with friends. But every night she returned to the Enchanted Realm, balancing her responsibilities between two worlds. Both were equally important to her, and she loved them in different ways. Her mom had noticed the change in her, the quiet strength she carried now. One evening, as they sat together under the stars, her mom asked, "You found something, haven't you? Something bigger than all of this." Emma smiled softly. "Yeah, I have, and it's beautiful." And so Emma continued to live her life as both a small-town girl and the guardian of an enchanted world. She learned that light always has the power to overcome darkness, not through force, but through kindness, courage, and love. Emma's story became legend in the Enchanted Realm, a tale passed down through generations. She was the girl who had stepped into the unknown and discovered that she was capable of far more than she ever imagined, a beacon of hope for two worlds.
In the end, Emma taught us that real strength doesn't come from magic alone, but from courage, hope, and belief in yourself. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe for more exciting adventures like this. And don't forget to turn on notifications so you don't miss the next magical journey.